You know, holiday spirit after that?
I have lots of holiday spirit. Yes, definitely. It was a wonderful segment.
Yeah, it's been 8 months since the passing of Linda Bean, the granddaughter of L.L. Bean. She was an 82-year-old Mainer and renowned in her own right, a philanthropist, a businesswoman who founded L.L. Bean's Perfect Maine and Linda Bean's Maine Lobster, among other ventures in hospitality.
She also had quite an artistic eye with an impressive collection, which is now part of Bonhams American Art Sale taking place today in New York. Joining us now live via Zoom to discuss the available art is Bonhams Auction House Head of American Art, Morgan Martin. Good morning and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we understand Linda Bean was a passionate champion of the arts, especially when it came to the works by the Wyeth family specifically. Can you tell us more about the family and their works?
Yeah, the Wyeth family is one of the rare American dynasty families of painters. Started with NC, the head. NC was born in Massachusetts, spent most of his life splitting his time between Maine and Chadsworth, Pennsylvania. Sorry about that. He's and his son Andrew and his kids, his son Andrew, Henriette, Anne, and Carolyn were all painters. And then Andrew's children, Jamie and Nicholas, were also painters.
Describe the type of art that'll be auctioned off. We saw a headline for this auction that said, Maine in all its glory. Is that really the crux of this collection?
It really is. The vast majority of the works in the collection were really focused on the landscape and the people of Maine. NC first went to Maine in 1920, and that's where he purchased his home in Port Clyde, which is titled Eight Bells, after the wonderful Winslow Homer painting. And they would summer there, and they spent a great deal of time really enjoying the landscape and the people of Maine.
And can you tell us more about what the artwork displays and represents?
It really represents the Maine landscape a whole lot, a lot of the people of Maine. In one of the leading lots, untitled Apple Tree at in front of Sea, it depicts the Port Clyde landscape with a lobsterman actually in the foreground doing his work for the day.
Now, is the headline piece in this collection the stars, so to speak, right?
Yes, that is correct.
And how many pieces from the Bean estate will be up for auction today?
25.
Now, how much could this collection go for? And do you expect all these pieces of art to be purchased?
I mean, that's always our goal, is to have everything sell. It could be up to $3 million.
All right. If people feel inspired and want to see the art or maybe even place a bid, how would they go about doing that?
They could go to bonhams.com and register for the sale. We have works everywhere from works by Douglas Allen, which are $600 to $800, all the way up to the top lot, which is 1.2 to 1.8 million. So there's something for everyone.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you one last thing. What's the vibe leading up to this? Is there a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation?
Exactly, a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation. As a veteran of the art world for nearly 15 years, there's always a great energy on auction day. It's always a lot of fun, which I think is why so many people enjoy participating in auctions.
And what time is it happening again?
2 p.m. today here in New York.
All right, very exciting.
So if you got an extra
Thank you very much.
couple of $1 million, there you go. Spend it.
Or even a couple extra hundred.
Extra hundred, there you go.
That's right. All right, thank you so much for your time.
Something for just
Absolutely.
about everybody.